Hey, this is Tony with KQ98. Tony's Trail Rides going on with the help of Hill Powersports out of Waukon, Iowa. Here we go. We got my first ride right here. I'm super excited to ride it. The Stealth Black Pursuit Limited Edition General XP 1000. This has got 100 horsepower in it, and this thing is ready to go. I've just driven it a little bit just to get it in a position here, and I'm already having a good time. So you should be ready to have a good time as well. Get out on the trails, have some fun, and get out and enjoy nature. I want to make sure I tell you about this ride a little bit here first. Now, as you can see, we've got the 30-inch tires on here. It's got the doors. They're real easy to get in and out of. Beautiful, beautiful look to it here with the green and black on this ride. If you get a little, get in there, you can see the 30-inch tires with a high arch A-arms. If you get right in there and take a look. And then, of course, there's the winch that's on the front there. That's a 4,500-pound winch. It's factory installed on this ride. Up front here, you'll also see, I'll just point it out here, there's cameras on the front of this ride and on the back. Now, why is that? Well, if you're snow plowing, that's so you can see where the snow plow is getting so you don't run into anything. This thing is a beautiful, beautiful rig. Let's come around over here and take a look on the inside a little bit. Now, inside, what you're going to see is a 7-inch screen in there. And what that's for is it's got their ride command system for Polaris. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but I'm going to turn on the rig here. And what this has is music. It has Bluetooth capability, and it has the ride command. And what's cool about the ride command is if your whole party has this, if everybody has this on there, or even a couple people, they'll show up on the map on the GPS, so you can keep track of where everybody is, which is really, really cool, so that nobody gets lost. As you can see, we've got a Rockford Fosgate stereo system in here, and it's already tuned to KQ98, so whoever gets this, you're already set and ready to go. You don't need to put any other stations in here, right? KQ98, and you're set and ready to go. This is set up with blinkers. So you've got blinkers, so if you're riding on a road, or even if you're on the trail and just want to let people know where you're going, you've got a blinker system in there. Of course, it's got 4-wheel drive, and it's got everything. This thing is great. I'm excited. We're going to hit the trails here in a little bit, and we're going to take you with us as we do that with KQ98 and Hill Powersports out of Waukon. Taking our test drive today up at Snake Creek Trails, north of Minneska, Minnesota, right off of Highway 61. South of Kellogg's. I got the General XP 1000 on my trailer, and I want to give a big shout out to Mark Nestler and Nestler Auto in Houston, Minnesota for helping make sure my trailer was safe. They made sure everything was greased up and checked out and all the lights were working and ready to go. We're getting ready to head out on the trails. Of course, you always want to make sure safety first. Now, these rigs are equipped with seat belts. If you don't have the seat belt buckled, you're not going to be able to go up to maximum speed. They will go about 10 to 12 miles an hour without the seat belt when you're trailering on and off. But when you're out on the trails, you got to have your seat belt on. Of course, we want to make sure we've got our helmets on. Even though you're in this enclosure, you still can get a head injury on one of these rides. So make sure you got your head protected and got a nice helmet. Okay, here we are inside the General XP 1000. I don't know if you can hear me. As you can see, hopefully you can see the touch screen I'm pointing at here. With ride command. Got your different camera angles. The map shows we're on the Snake Creek Trail. You hook your phone up if you need to. Import and export images, all your gauges and controls and notifications. Here we go, getting ready to ride. I really loved driving the General XP 1000. This ride was amazing.
It felt smooth when I drove it. The power steering made it just simple to get around the curves and the turns. And when I hit a bump, I didn't get a lot of feedback, which felt really nice. Some of the other things I loved was the ride command. I could hit that touch screen, check out where I was on the map, where I was on the trail. Also, we had the Rockford Fosgate Stage 3 audio system in there, which was great. Now, I can't play it during the video just because of copyright rules, but let me tell you, that stereo system was awesome. We played it for some people that were down in the parking lot, and they absolutely loved it. Folks were really impressed with the Stealth Black Pursuit Limited Edition General XP 1000. In the parking lot at one point, we were surrounded by folks that wanted to know more about it and where to get it. Of course, I told them, you got to go to Iron Hill Powersports down in Waukon, Iowa. And I think some people were ready to go right then and there.
Not sure if you can see it here, but I've switched on the map on the GPS. It shows here where we are on the state trails here and where you can go. Helpful if you get a little lost or if there's an emergency.
Okay, so one of the best things about when you're out riding on a trail like this, and with a ride like the General XP 1000, is that you're going to have a passenger with you most of the time, which is awesome. Someone to talk with, someone to hang out with, and enjoy the trail with you. And I brought my wife Lisa with. We've been enjoying the trail. Lisa, how's the ride been?
It's really comfortable. It's feels a lot better than a four-wheeler for me. We have a lot of experience riding our own four-wheelers on trails, and the seat is extremely comfortable. You feel secure even on areas where the trail might feel a little uneven. It's just an amazing ride. It's nice and smooth and very, very comfortable.
Going onto the trails is an experience like no other. You just feel like you're free, you get to see the woods, and you know what? If you want to stop for a minute and soak up nature, you can surely do that. There's usually places to stop, have a snack, have a drink, talk and visit with friends, or make new friends. We did that on the trails. We made some new friends while we were out there. Those 30-inch tires and high arch A-arms were great. We never bottomed out. We never even felt like we hit the ground. The Walker Evans shocks that were in there made that ride super comfortable, even over the most bumpy parts of the trail and the rockiest parts of the trail where you really could feel the ride going back and forth. It was comfortable for us. Now, we didn't have to put the 4,500-pound winch into action on the trails, but you could tell if we needed it, we were either going to be able to pull ourselves out of a deep mud hole, or we were going to be able to pull something off the trail like a fallen tree. Man, this is the ride for you if you're looking to go out on the trails, have some fun, do some work, and maybe just show off a little bit. Well, at the end of a day of trail riding, you hate to go back because you're having so much fun. We felt like we had a great day of riding, and if we wanted to go to one of the other trails in the area, we definitely could have jumped back on the trailer and headed there and gone for another ride.
We got done with the ride here at Snake Creek, and man, did we have a blast. It was a lot of fun riding the General XP 1000 Stealth Black Pursuit Limited Edition ride. Oh man, was it great. The power steering's awesome in it. My arms aren't tired. That was a real comfortable ride. Lisa, my wife who went with me, she had a great time riding shotgun. Super comfortable in there. Never felt like she was going to have any problems, you know, falling out or anything like that, or feeling tippy. There's some great challenging trails here at Snake Creek, and we put the General through all of them. Tell them what you want, whether you want a side-by-side or you want an ATV. Find out what's best for you and what fits you and your riding and your family and your, you know, whoever you're going riding with. Make sure you got them all set up there. They're going to help you do that at Iron Hill Powersports in Waukon. So once again, Tony with KQ98. Now when we get done here, of course, we're going to make sure we go stop somewhere local and get something to eat at a local restaurant. Well, after a day of being on the trails, you get a little hungry, you get a little thirsty. So in my view, what you always do is you stop somewhere local and get a bite to eat. So if people can take a look at the General as they walk by out here, get a look at the Stealth black Pursuit General XP 1000 from Iron Hill Powersports and walk on. And up here, if you're on Highway 61, there's a couple of trails. There's Snake Creek, there's Trout Valley, and a couple other ones. Or if you head down to Stockton, my place to always stop when I'm up here is at the Eagle View in Minneasta. Part of the reason I stop here, great food, but also back in the day, my grandparents used to own this place. So this is where I'm gonna hang out. So we'll see you next time. Tony on the trails with KQ98.